Have you ever wanted to change your name? Well, I certainly have. My name is Sugar Ann Goins Barranco, and when I was a little girl, I hated my name. It was my father, Victor Barranco's, idea to name me Sugar, and I really didn't get why he thought it was so cool to name me Sugar. It was like, aren't I weird enough already? Do I really need a weird name to go along with it? And the only explanation I was ever really given was that if they named me Sugar, then I'd have to be sweet. Which seemed like a really nice idea, but other than that, it didn't really mean much to me. So, I didn't really get it. And when I was starting middle school, I was about 12 years old, I decided I was going to try something new. And I decided to change my name to Ann, which is my middle name, and it's much more normal. So it made a lot of sense to me at the time. And I also decided to change up the group of friends I was relating with. And I started hanging out with the cool chicks. You know, we had it going on. And anybody who was in our group, they were the cool girls, and the people who were not in our group were definitely not the cool people. And we were not so nice to the people who were not the cool people. And, you know, we engaged in some kind of shady behaviors. We hung out with older guys, and we drank and stole and did anything in the name of being cool. It was all about being cool. And that went on for a few years. I lived that way for a while. And then my dad died. And that was really a pivotal point in my life where I decided to kind of sit down and take a look at things and see if my goals were in alignment with my actions. If I was really behaving the way that was going to have me get the most out of my life. And at that same time, I was given a letter that my dad had actually written years before, and he was waiting for the right time to give it to me. And this was a letter describing why he named me Sugar and what it meant to him. So now that, once he died, I was old enough, I was mature enough to receive the letter, and I finally got to read it. And he wrote some really amazing, powerful things in this letter that really moved me. He said that he knew who I was before I was born or even conceived, and that there was no doubt in his mind that I would live up to his expectations for me. And he said that to be sweet is to pitch in, play fair, give a hoot, insert good into the world, and to bring fun to others by having it myself. And he said that being named Sugar is like being named Tough, because my life would be so much better if I would live up to it. And when I read this letter, I realized he was right. I got why he named me Sugar. And I realized that up to this point, I hadn't really been maximizing my potential. That there was a lot more I could get out of my life if I lived up to my name. So I started living deliberately and actually, looking for ways to insert good into the world, going out and doing that wherever I could, and really enjoying the things that I was doing. And I kind of separated myself from that group of girls and doing things that I knew that I didn't approve of. So now not only am I not unhappy with my dad for having named me Sugar, but I really understand why he did it. And I feel really fortunate to have a name that reminds me of who I am and what my goals are every time that I hear it. So thank you, Dad!